Against an Fcsb side ready to defend for their survival, Man United endured a tense first half where every attacking effort was broken down. The Red Devils kept pushing forward, but they couldn't find a way to break through the solid defensive wall in front of them. Once again, the familiar question arose: would Man United stumble or explode? The answer did not lie in what happened during the first 45 minutes, but emerged as soon as the second half began. A series of calculated adjustments and a crucial substitution completely changed the game. It was not an easy victory, but it brought promising signs, indications of a team gradually adapting and growing. What happened in the final 45 minutes? Why did Man United suddenly transform? And could this be a sign of a truly resilient Manchester United under Ruben Amorim? First half, a stalemate and Fcsb's resilience. The referee's whistle blew, and Manchester United immediately took control of the game with well-calculated short passes. Kobbie Mainoo orchestrated the midfield, working in sync with Bruno Fernandes to stretch the opponent's defence, but Fcsb was not easily drawn into their rhythm. The home team sat deep, constructing a defensive wall as impenetrable as a fortress. Their defenders, clad in red and blue, pressed aggressively, contesting every ball and committing tactical fouls to disrupt United's attacking flow. Every time Man United increased the tempo, Fcsb's defensive lines quickly closed down all available spaces. In the 18th minute, Bruno Fernandes tried his luck with a shot from outside the box. The ball curled but lacked the precision to beat goalkeeper Tarnavanu. 5 minutes later, Mainoo had a golden chance to open the scoring. Receiving a pass from Højlund, the English midfielder drove into the box, but his shot sailed over the crossbar, leaving fans in disappointment. On the touchline, Ruben Amorim threw his hands up in disbelief at what he had just witnessed. That moment symbolised a frustrating first half for the Red Devils. The first 45 minutes ended 0-0, but the events on the pitch were far from balanced, despite what the scoreboard suggested. Manchester United dominated possession but lacked creativity, while Fcsb, despite being on the back foot, almost made the difference. Ruben Amorim walked into the tunnel with a heavy look of concern. He knew that without changes, Man United could pay a heavy price. Heading into the second half, Amorim did not need much time to make a decision. He understood that Manchester United's struggles in the first half stemmed from a lack of pacey attackers, players who could stretch the opponent's defensive line. So, as soon as the second half began, he immediately substituted Tyrell Malacia and Toby Collier, bringing on two game-changers, Alejandro Garnacho and Amad Diallo. The arrival of Garnacho and Diallo felt like a breath of fresh air, reigniting the attacking spark that had been suppressed in the first half. Man United immediately increased the tempo, forcing Fcsb into a defensive stance. Garnacho constantly unsettled the home side's defence, while on the opposite flank, Amad Diallo moved intelligently, creating space for his teammates to push forward. United's play became more direct. The cautious sideways passes from the first half were now replaced by sharp through balls and well-calculated crosses. And then, the breakthrough arrived. In the 60th minute, Manchester United finally broke the deadlock with a brilliant team move. Kobbie Mainoo received the ball from Bruno Fernandes on the right flank, calmly assessed his options, and delivered a low cross into the crowded penalty area. Diogo Dalot burst forward like an arrow, executing a precise first-time finish to put the visitors ahead 1. It was a goal that perfectly showcased Amorim's tactical approach, encouraging fullbacks to join the attack and exploit spaces in the opponent's defence. Man United did not stop there. They continued to push forward, capitalising on the psychological edge after taking the lead. Fcsb, who had been solid in the first half, could no longer maintain their defensive resilience. They were now forced to push higher in search of an equaliser, leaving dangerous gaps at the back. Then, in the 68th minute, Garnacho made a blistering run down the left flank, completely leaving his marker behind. Before laying the ball back for Mainoo, who was making a run forward, the 19-year-old midfielder arrived at the right moment, took a delicate touch, and then unleashed a cold-blooded low shot into the far corner, leaving Tarnavanu with no chance to make a save. The final minutes witnessed FCSB's futile efforts. The home team tried to push forward, launching a long-range shot, but none were precise enough to beat Onana. Manchester United's defence remained highly focused. Every aerial ball, every dangerous cross was dealt with efficiently. As the final whistle blew, Manchester United could hold their heads high with a well-deserved victory, thanks to a flawless second-half performance. Ruben Amorim once again demonstrated his tactical sharpness and ability to change the course of the game with precise decisions. The 2-0 win against Fcsb was not merely the result of an overwhelming display in the second half, but also reflected the accuracy in every tactical move made by Ruben Amorim from the touchline. The Portuguese coach did not act impulsively after a frustrating first half. Instead, he waited, analysed, and when the right moment arrived, he acted decisively. The introduction of Garnacho and Amad Diallo immediately broke the deadlock. Garnacho played like a spark plug down the left flank, continuously exploiting the spaces Fcsb left exposed as they pushed forward in search of an equaliser. Meanwhile, Amad took on the role of stretching the opposition's defence, creating openings for the midfielders to push forward. If the personnel changes were the key to unlocking the victory, then Kobbie Mainoo was the one who stepped through the door with absolute confidence. The young midfielder showed no fear under pressure in such a crucial match. Mainoo played with a level of maturity rarely seen in a 19-year-old, always knowing where to be at the right moment. First, he provided a precise cutback, allowing Diallo to break the deadlock. Then, he himself sealed the game with a clinical finish after a perfect assist from Garnacho. 1 goal, 1 assist, a perfect performance from a midfielder born in 2005. However, without the solid foundation of the defence. This victory might not have been secured if Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez had not tightly controlled Fcsb's players, denying them any space to execute dangerous shots. They did not need aggressive tackles. Instead, they won by intelligent positioning and sharp anticipation. At the back, Altay Bayındır had a solid performance. The Turkish goalkeeper made several crucial saves, keeping his team safe. The biggest highlight for Manchester United in this match was their mentality. There were no signs of panic despite a frustrating first half, nor was there any impatience against a compact opponent. They waited patiently, and when the opportunity arose, they punished their opponent ruthlessly. This is the sign of a team that knows how to win, something that Ruben Amorim is diligently building. Manchester United entered the round of 18 as the only undefeated team, a strong statement that, despite occasional struggles, the Red Devils always find a way to stay strong. Finishing third in the group helps Manchester United avoid the risky playoff round, giving them a crucial advantage: time. Without the burden of midweek knockout fixtures, Ruben Amorim has more room to fine-tune tactics, preparing his squad for the challenges ahead in the Premier League. For Amorim, this victory serves as a powerful response to doubts about his managerial abilities. His ability to change the course of the match through intelligent substitutions in the second half proves that he is not a passive coach, but a strategist who adapts to any situation. Under his leadership, Manchester United is gradually developing a distinct identity, something the fans have been longing for. While Manchester United celebrates, Fcsb is left in disappointment. From a secure position, they have dropped to 11th place and are now forced into a high-stakes playoff. Their chances of advancing remain, but their fighting spirit has taken a severe hit. Losing to a disciplined and efficient Manchester United may strip them of their confidence. And in European football, losing confidence means losing everything. Manchester United has left Arena Națională with 3 well-earned points. But the significance of this victory goes beyond an ordinary group stage match. It was a moment when Ruben Amorim showed why he was chosen to sit in the hot seat at Old Trafford. More importantly, this victory brings confidence. What Amorim is building at Old Trafford is beginning to take shape. A Manchester United that knows how to adapt, knows how to respond to challenges, and most importantly, knows how to win. But every path to glory has its challenges. Effectively taking opportunities in the first half will be the key factor in determining how far Man United can go. And then the most important question remains: will this victory be the turning point that truly leads to Ruben Amorim's success at Old Trafford?